Okay, guys, Cockapunk here. Enough people have bugged me that I'm going to do pump review shows, so everybody rejoice or whatever. Enough people have bugged me about it. So I will do pump review shows. Now, admittedly, number one, I dislike reviews. They're merely opinions dressed up as fact. And, especially in the pump world, that's an issue. Here's why. Alright, you know, if we're reviewing semi-guns are a certain way. They are. All semi-guns. Loader, tank, barrel, trigger frame. What's in here, you know, if I go to a vastly different gun here, it really doesn't affect the way this gun feels or shoots. It just doesn't. Because I still got a loader on top, I still got a big tank on the back, still got a barrel on the front. Like, you know, I can substitute any semi, you know, the ugliest semi I own right here. It's still going to have a tank on the back. It's still going to have a loader on the top. It just is. You can't really get away from that with semis. And so I guess semi-reviews are at least a little bit better. Because all the guns kind of, you know, they're like this. They're all kind of the same. With pump guns, it's a mess. Okay, because you got pump guns that look like this, right? I have a hopper on top, a tank on the back, and a barrel on the front. Yeah, it looks and feels very much like a semi. And you got pump guns that look like this. They don't have a hopper, they don't have a tank, and, you know, they have, you know, a barrel. You got this guy. Doesn't have a hopper, doesn't have a tank, doesn't even have a barrel on the front. You know, the variety of setups that you can get with pump guns is just massive compared to a semi kind of thing. So, any sort of review is kind of like a, like, you know, if that's what you want, then that's what you should get. You know, if you like that, then get this. If you like that, then get this. And so, reviewing them becomes kind of an issue. So I decided I'm going to do reviews, but the way I'm going to do it is I'm just going to tell you what the gun can do, what I think about the build quality, maybe take them apart a little bit, show you what's inside, that kind of thing. I'm not going to tell you to buy a gun, I'm not going to tell you to not buy a gun. I'm not going to tell you this gun's shit and this gun's awesome. Because generally, every pump I ever handled, from a SL68-2 to a Carter Buzzard and a Chipley, they all do what they do really well, and if that's what you want, then that's what you should buy. So, it is what it is. So, another thing I wanted to get out in the open right away, before anything got too crazy, was I love these guns. I love Phantoms. I will always love Phantoms. And I love Stock Class. And I will always love Stock Class. So, those are just my biases. We'll get those out right now. Is if you ask for my opinion, I love Phantoms. I just absolutely love Phantoms. In my opinion, they're one of the best. They are the best pump gun ever made. Right there. I'll say it. That's my opinion. I think Phantoms are the best pump gun ever made. Now, it's a long-standing debate between me and Bryce about Phantoms versus snipers, because Bryce loves his snipers. And that's a tribute, though. You know, these threads pop up on PB Nation, Tech PB, you know, Stock Class, Paintball, I'm Carter Brown. Sniper versus Phantom. Well, guess what? The Sniper has been made since 1987. The Phantom has been made since 1987. They're almost 22 years old. I know that because I was born in 1987. Maybe it's an omen. Both of the guns are incredibly old, and the fact that one of them has not beat the other one out in 21 years so far is a tribute that both of those guns are great guns. And it's a tribute to the same thing, that you know, the variety of setups that you can get with pump guns is just enormous, and that one gun can't fill all your needs. That's one thing I've always said about pump play, is that you know, a lot of us switch to playing pump because it's so cheap, only to spend all of our money on buying every pump gun in sight. So, it can be kind of a downward spiral in that regard, too, because just one won't be enough, you know? Because one gun that has a halo on top and a tank on the back and a barrel on the front might feel the same as every other version of this kind of gun. But, you know, you might want a sniper, you might have a phantom for those days when you're maybe a little bit tired, or, you know, you might want to have a more of an adventure, so you get a stock class set up, you know. So there's a lot more to it, and I think that's what paralyzes people about pump paintball in the first place, is the guns just look bizarre, because they're used to hopper on top, tank on back, barrel on the front. And that just isn't as commonplace in pump play. And so, without further ado, I think I'll kick this thing off as far as doing a review. I should have maybe a review up by tomorrow night, but just let it be known that I've been resisting doing this pump review thing for quite a while. But I decided with maybe a set of ground rules that I could do a review of pump guns. As long as you guys understand those points, that I'm a Phantom guy, I love stock class, and that I hate doing reviews. And that pretty much every pump gun out there is a great gun. And if that's what you want, then buy it. I'm not going to convince you otherwise, because if that's what you want, buy it. That's what it should be. So without further ado, I think I'll get to making my first pump review video, and I'll upload it as soon as I can. So you guys have a good one, and I'll see you in my review videos.